The man you could be is watching. He's watching you. The man you could have been. Not in judgment, but in silence. Not from above, not from some distant afterlife, but from within. He lives in the shadows of every moment you've wasted. He's there in the mirror when you look away. He's the voice beneath the noise, the one that asks, "Is this really who you are?" And most men ignore him, because he is the most terrifying reflection of all. He is you, without the excuses, without the fear, without the chains. The man you could be is everything you're not yet. He's stronger, sharper, colder, clearer. Not perfect, but forged. Forged in the fire of discipline, in the blood of sacrifice, in the silence of thousands of hours spent grinding when no one cared. He didn't scroll endlessly. He didn't escape to comfort. He didn't make excuses. He bled for growth. He starved for wisdom. He died to his old self, so he could rise as something worthy. He exists, but only if you make him real. Most men live haunted by him. They feel it in their gut, this aching sense of wasted potential. They bury it with distractions, numb it with addiction, laugh it off with others who also gave up. But deep down, they know. They know what they could have built if they weren't so soft. They know what they could have become if they weren't so afraid. And that regret? It doesn't scream. It whispers. Every time you hesitate. Every time you lie to yourself. Every time you choose weakness over war. But here's the twist. That man, the one you could be, he isn't here to shame you. He's here to remind you. Remind you of what's possible. Remind you of the standard you keep betraying. Remind you that you don't have forever. He's not asking for perfection. He's asking for war. The war against the weaker you. The war against the version of you that settles, avoids, escapes, and complains. Because every time you choose growth, you move closer to him. Every early morning. Every hard conversation. Every workout. Every book. Every failure you turn into fuel. Every time you show up when it would have been easier to quit. You become him. But here's what most men don't understand. You don't meet him by chance. You don't stumble into greatness. You build it, day by day, choice by choice, failure by failure. He's watching now. He watches how you spend your time. What you feed your mind. What you tolerate. What you chase. He watches you fold when things get hard. He watches you chase women when you haven't even built yourself. He watches you beg for motivation instead of building discipline. And every time you choose less, you bury him deeper. But every time you stand up, you awaken him. So who is he really? He's the man who speaks with power because he earns silence. He's the man who commands respect without asking for it. He's the man who can walk away from any deal, any woman, any room, because he needs nothing from anyone. He's the man who built his mind into a fortress, who treats his body like a weapon, who doesn't seek validation, because he validated himself through pain. He doesn't live for the world. The world adjusts to him. He doesn't follow trends. He sets standards. He doesn't chase happiness. He embodies purpose. And every time you delay your discipline, you betray him. The clock is ticking. Not in some motivational cliché, but literally. Your time is bleeding out. And most men will die having never met the man they could have been. They will be buried as strangers to themselves. But not you. Not if you choose now. Not if you kill the part of you that seeks comfort. Not if you bury the version of you that breaks under pressure. Not if you declare war on the soft, scared, stagnant life you were tricked into accepting. So here's the choice. Do you live in such a way that he grows distant, disappointed, disintegrating into what could be been? Or do you become him? Bleed now, or regret forever. Suffer now, or rot in mediocrity. Fight now, or die before you ever lived. Because the man you could be is watching. And he's waiting for you to wake the hell up.